and I saw something that intrigued me. Let me show you. Hey all, welcome to TNT Homesteading. This is Terry. During hunting season, I was sitting in the tree stand here on our property, looking out, looking for deer. And I saw something that intrigued me. Let me show you. So I was sitting up here, sorry about that. Sitting up here, looking this direction, and right there, I sort of saw a path. It goes that direction and sort of up that hill, and then gets lost into the trees. Now what's interesting is, while I've walked all through this property, I hadn't really noticed that little hill. And I was curious where it went. Curious what was back there. We haven't started doing anything with the build yet for the new house. So I wanted to take a look and see what might be up there. Let me show you. All right, so now that I'm out of the deer stand, safely on the ground, because I didn't want to mess with the camera for that, let me show you what I saw. Now the cool path I really thought I saw, there really wasn't much one when I got down here into the woods. And then as I came up here, that's an interesting little knob, isn't it? If you know what that is, post it in the comments. There might be at least one more tree with one of those. But as I got up here, it sort of rounded off, flattened off, and it's not flat because we really don't have any flat places on this property that I've found. But it's flat-ish. And what we sort of thought we might end up doing is, in this general area, build. We're still probably not going to do a slab floor. We'll do piers and a raised floor because of all the rocks and elevation changes. But there's, see if you can see it here, little ledge over there. Well, ledge isn't really the correct term, but it goes off that direction. If we owned a little bit more of this land, there's a beautiful spot, well, that direction, but there's a beautiful spot that direction that I would love to have it. It's like the high point and around, clear some trees, you'd probably get a good sunrise and sunset, but it's not on our property. Sort of goes back down over here, but this whole area is pretty much raised. This whole area is pretty much raised up, so we don't have to worry about water coming into the house. You know, you don't have to worry about flooding or anything like that. And yeah, it's not bad. Not too many big trees will need to come down, because I hate cutting down big old trees. A lot of these are pine, some are cedar. I said pine. Most of these are oak, some are cedar. There are a few pine trees out here, but I don't see one as I scan the trees. It's mainly pine and oak. There might be a few other trees in here, but without leaves, I'm not recognizing them. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Another thing we really like about this is our cabin, which is that direction, is pretty close to the neighbor's property. And they've got trails all through their 10 acres, and it's really awesome. But one of their trails comes real close to the property, and when they're on it, we can see them, and that means they can see us. And so while we like our neighbors, when we were building a house, we wanted to not have to worry about seeing neighbors. Over here, the closest neighbor we have is that direction. And they've got a little, they've got a cabin, and they've got a shipping container, and you can't see it from here. And if you can't see it with the leaves off the trees, you're not going to see it when the leaves are on the trees. But we don't have to worry about seeing those neighbors. And all the other property around us, there's no one, you know, directly around us, there's no one living on. It's just property. We'll have to figure out how to get a road here to where we're at. I mean, the private road is this direction, but, you know, clear trees, probably bring in some gravel. This, you know, the ground's full of this. It's just got these big rocks and little rocks and lots of leaves and small little trees. So I'm hoping this won't be a big deal. We are planning to probably cut down just a few trees, make a small little clearing up here, and then spend some time here in the spring and the summer and the fall. We're not really planning to do anything this year. We're trying to get the cabin situated so that we can, you know, the cabin area situated, goodness, the cabin area situated so that we can move down here, hopefully in 2023. That's our current goal, but you know, things can change. I've had people talk about our woods, because around the cabin we have a small little clearing. There's still trees, but this is more like it. Trees, little briar bushes, not sure, that like to catch your legs. And more trees and more trees and more trees. So that's pretty much it. You probably didn't even really see a whole lot except for trees. I bet that camera doesn't do much on how relatively flat the area was. See, there's a pine tree. We've had several dead ones. That one's not dead. I hope it stays not dead. But we've got a few. They're tall, but they're almost all dead. There's another dead one. But anyway, that's the build site. But then when I saw this place, I was like, oh yeah, this is good. Tracy walked out with me to see it, and she really liked it as well. So we've walked out a couple times. And I think, unless something else comes up, that's going to be the location that next year we may start working on. I just thought I wanted to share, sort of excited now that we have an idea of where we're going to build the house. And now the tricky part will be doing all the work. Anyway, y'all, I hope you have a good day. Like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff, and see you on the next video. Have a good day. Bye.